Hello, how you doing? Hi everyone. Can you hear me okay? Just let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me? I'll make everyone a contributor.
Hey, hello, my friend.
Hello, how you doing?
How you doing? What's up?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good to see you now. I've seen some of your videos. Very,
Yeah,
very
good
inspiring.
to see you too.
You have a very good mind. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a very good mind, but I'm trying to I'm I'm trying to do it properly at least.
Yeah, you do because you take things to the other level. You always come up with like very, very cool things. And
Yeah, and more to come. Today I was building an Instagram agent,
mhm,
so it scrapes the content from Instagram pages, and then it just repurposes the content and then publishes new videos on multiple accounts at the same time.
it's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, so that's that's going to be really interesting for B2B,
Mhm.
and really interesting too for people doing affiliation as well. I'm just gonna.
I never worked with n8n. I spent the last 2 months studying the make, and I did also some certifications and some projects. And n8n, I heard it's very, very cool and very good.
Yeah, an i10 is like really powerful, really powerful. Like the kind of agents that we are able to build nowadays with n8n is just another level from stuff that we could make with Make.
Mhm.
And not even to talk about Zapier, they are completely behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like if I show you one really cool trick, but we'll go into more details in a minute. They released a new code snippet that we could use, and it's coming from AI. That's the code snippet, and basically before we had to layer workflows on top of each other and make sure that everything was understood properly. And now it's different. Now the AI fetches the data and passes it, so it's really cool. It makes the workflows a lot simpler.
Very cool, very cool.
Where are you at in terms of working with an A10 and clients and
Well, I was planning to really dive into it because I've seen some limitations of make. One of the reasons I want to transfer to n8n is because it's JavaScript, as I understand it. If like something is wrong, I could just take it all to like maybe ChatGPT or Cloud or Claude Sonnet and tell them, listen, this JavaScript doesn't work for some reason. Let's spot the problem. And in Make, I cannot do it. I have to take like a certain output and then put it in the part by part. So maybe I'm just planning on this, and of course the benefit of self-hosting is awesome. I mean, I am AWS certified. I work a lot.
oh, okay.
with
So
cloud.
you won't have problems setting it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hear a lot of people talk about AWS, but I think it's the best solution for people like us because I'm not a sales agent or something. Yes, I'm not but it's great because through studying them and working them in my day job, I see like they have like free tier, amazing free tier for 12 months. If you open an account, you get for 12 months free tier in so many things. Like I host applications today. I hosted an application to show to a client some chatbot in voice flow, but I put like an example website. It's very easy. They have like this service. It's called AWS Amplify, and you just connect your GitHub and you select the repo, and boom, you have an application running immediately.
Yeah, I use Render for this. It's the same. You just connect your GitHub and you just press a button and it just does it.
Great, yeah.
I've a good memory with AWS. I used to, I had a SaaS solution. We were doing food safety and traceability and a whole lot of complicated stuff. And we eventually got hacked. And
AWS? In AWS?
yeah, in AWS.
Wow.
And the hackers were Bitcoin mining, and they consumed 18,000 euros
Wow.
of AWS servers in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
They
So we
refunded every single cent instantly.
wow. First of all, sorry to hear, and second, there's a budget you can set, which is like a limit, you cannot pass. And if you get to like 85% and they send you a notification like, hey, then you can see something is wrong, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I didn't know at the time.
Yes. Well, that's how you learn, from
Yeah.
practice. That's
So
how you I make much mistakes, this is the way to learn, Michael Jordan wasn't Michael Jordan just from shooting hoops. It became from missing those hoops, right?
yeah, that's true. So have you already onboarded clients with automations and stuff? Is there anyone in the call already onboarded clients?
Yeah, I'll let other people maybe. Yeah.
Oh, you can go ahead as well. Sorry, what's your name?
Not yet. No, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
I
it?
just came on. No, I'm sorry. I just came on board in your program and I love it, and setting everything up now, and I'm ready to start getting some clients on board.
Awesome. What have you been doing, Eric?
So far, I was doing it before the call started. So far, I got SiteGround up and running, Mailflow, and then I'm going to move into the quick mail configuration.
Yeah, there is actually an easier way. I don't know if you've seen it in the group, the Zap Mail stuff. Yeah, that's for the emailing infrastructure. It's easier to set up.
Okay.
But everything you're doing now works just fine. It's just Zap Mail is a lot easier.
Zap Mail. Okay, I gotta make sure I find that.
Yeah, it makes it easier for delivery and all that. You don't have to mess around with SMTPs and quick mail is the best in my opinion, but you can use any, like you can use Smart Lead, you can use Success.ai, you can use Instantly, you can use any, it makes no difference.
Okay.
So it comes down to how much you like the tool and what you want to pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to get it up and running as simply as possible and start getting some clients.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, and yeah, once you have the system up and running, you get clients, and then you can sell that to clients too.
Perfect.
Anyone else has onboarded clients? Or you're muted actually?
I just have chat bots, but hoping to expand to some more things.
Yeah, I mean there are so many use cases. And actually, the biggest is everyone an agency owner or aspiring agency owner here, or do we have people running businesses too?
Yeah, my agency. I've got just 2 clients so far here in the States, and Seb Powdrill and Ali helped me set up all my
Okay.
tech. So
What do you do for them at the moment?
they're both financial
Okay.
clients. They lend money. They're loan brokers. So
Have you tried SMS marketing or WhatsApp marketing with them, or not
yeah.
yet?
We did try SMS, and the problem was that one of those customer was buying their lists and didn't tell us, and so
Yeah,
we got shut down after about a day. So
yeah, that's the classic. So what you need to do is to well, what I do when I feel like the client has a bit of a dodgy list is I tell them that I'll test the list at their expense. So I don't advance any kind of fees or anything like that. And I take around about 400 or 500. And if the list is shit, I'll tell them, well, either you give me more or better leads, or we can't process with the contract, or we are doing what's called the speed to lead.
right, yeah, we actually
Actually, the speed to lead is easier to sell because like if you're doing database reactivation and stuff, it's not it's very short lived, and your earning potential depends on the quality of the list.
right, yeah. The one customer actually had a list. They sent it out to be scrubbed. So we just got it back yesterday, and we haven't tried it yet. But I'm trying to sway them into maybe starting out with email first, and then once we get people to opt in, then we can do some SMS stuff.
Yeah, but what do you mean? You re-opt people in?
No, they took one of the lists that they had, a different list, and sent it out to a company that scrubs them. Verifies the phone numbers and all any emails that aren't valid anymore. You take them out of the list. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So actually, this is a workshop. So I've prepared a little workflow that we can build together if you're keen. I don't know if any of you have explored the voice AI agents yet.
Yeah, I do a lot of them. I work a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. So you will already be familiar with the stuff we'll be covering.
I'm trying to sell them actually. Yeah, VAPI and Make, but I guess you're using n8n, n8n, and VAPI or retail.
No, I use n8n and blend.ai.
Plan, but it's quite expensive, no? Or is it?
No, it's 9 cents a minute. It's not more expensive than VAPI.
Yeah, it's even cheaper than VAPI then.
Yeah, I mean VAPI you can lower the quality to make it cheaper. If you but and this is already not so good. So
yeah, it's better.
lowering the quality is a bit is a bit of a risk.
Cool.
In fact,
Cool.
what I do with voice is that I bundle it with SMSs too. So like if the conversation drops or if there is something wrong in the process, the lead isn't lost.
Cool. Very cool.
Guys, do you already have an n8n, everyone?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. Do you have a, well, you probably won't have a blend.ai account, but you can get one after this call. It's free to test. So that's actually what we are going to build. So that's going to be a very simple workflow. We are going to enter data in Google Sheet, and then we are going to get n8n to trigger the call. So this call is going to be it's going to be to your own phone number, and then we are going to get the transcript of that call back and update it inside Google Sheet. So we'll do that for just one number, but we could do it for we could spend the whole evening getting this bot to call people. Well, we are not going to do that. So let's start. I will share my screen. Can you actually see it?
Yeah, but is there a way maybe you can make your screen larger? Because I think you're now.
I'm on the laptop now. You can't see it properly.
I think because every one of us is contributors, then I think we're like equally sharing the screen, no matter who's talking.
So you get a small screen.
Yes, maybe it's in your settings. You can set that it goes to whoever is talking, then the big screen comes up. I don't know. I'm just guessing. You know.
I'll make everyone a viewer just to see if this is working better. Is it okay? Is it better? Okay, cool. So let's do that. It feels weird now because I don't talk to anyone. I just see myself on the screen. So first we are going to open up a Google Sheet. And we are just going to get the number. So I'll just input my number in here. And that's going to be +33. That's going to be my name. And here we are going to get the transcript. So blend.ai is just this address here. So this is pinging here. Sure, okay. Hello.
Hey, Cedric, we can't
How
see
you
your
doing?
screen. We can just see you.
You can only see me.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem. Can you see it now?
There it is. It's coming up. There it is. We can see it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks for letting me know. So here we have the Google Sheet. So just the phone number and the first name. And here we are going to get the transcript. So we also need an account in blend.ai. I was mentioning a bit earlier, this is free. This is free to test. I put the credit card in there, obviously, but it's not very expensive. So this, I will actually show you a couple of features that are really, really interesting. They have this conversation pathway. This is not what we are going to do tonight, but basically this pathway allows to like branch conversations like this. we'll just do a straight phone call. So I don't know if you can see that, but basically you can branch the conversation so that if they are qualified, they go one way, and if they are not qualified, they go the other way. So the advantage using this system is that they use a pool of phone numbers. So this is a bit of a nightmare for leads because they can't recognize who is calling. But basically, if you are calling from the US, they will use or leads in the US, they will use a pool of phone numbers from the US. And if you are calling in Europe, they are using UK phone numbers. So there is no like ATP, A2P bullshit and all these hoops to jump through. So this is really quite good. So once you have an account, you will want to create workflow in n8n. So this is just that's going to be a very small workflow. Here we are going to trigger it manually. So if we were to go down that list, what I would do is that I would, instead to use a manual trigger, I would use a schedule trigger. Like that. And just plug that, and I'll get it to call people like on a schedule. So every 30 seconds, this can run. And so basically, this is going to make the API call, but I wouldn't connect it directly here. I would have Google Sheet. I just need to move that over here. Get row in Sheet. So if you don't know how to connect the Google Sheet because it's not that straightforward, you can just click on the pen and then open doc, and they have really good documentation here. If you can see that this is blurry. So I always use the this method. So host2. So that's working really well, and this is actually very stable. So once this is connected, I will choose from list. So this is the voice AI demo. I only have one sheet in there, so that's going to be this one. And here, if I was to run it on schedule, I would select a filter. And here I would just have a checkbox. So called. This is data validation, add a row, and here I can pick a checkbox like that. We won't do that tonight because we are not going to run it on schedule, but that's basically the process. So once the call has been proceeded, I would update the Google Sheet to say that the lead has been called. We won't use that now. So here I'm just gonna leave it blank as such. I'll test it. Okay, so this is recognizing my phone number. And I will connect that properly. And here in bland.ai, basically this is a very simple way to actually produce those phone calls. This is just a post method. That's the API from Bland. They have now API v2, but it's not. It doesn't make any difference. This is working just fine. I just wanted to show you the documentation. So this is the documentation, and basically, if you don't have the node already created, what you can do is that you can head over inside this thing here. Just make sure that you use the header, so which is located inside the API key section. And then here, once you have all of that, you just go to curl, and then copy, and then go back to n8n, and here open an HTTP node, import from curl, paste it, and there you have it. So you don't need to be a developer or anything like that. This is just really copy and paste. You get everything you need from the actual documentation, and the code only needs to be copied and pasted, so that you get the node already almost working. I'll just delete it. Here, as you can see, there is a prompt. So this one is actually quite important. So this is the prompt given to blind.ai. So the way it works is that it's really quite, it doesn't react like ChatGPT or anything like that. It really leads the conversation. So you need to shut it a bit. You need to reduce the amount of talking it does. So this one is just something that I use for Solar client. So you see all this data is actually used during the conversation, but we won't do that right now. We are just going to I'll just reactivate the chat just to see if I'll make you all contributor, just to so that I can answer questions if you have questions. Okay. I'm all ears. Do you have questions? Am I not going too fast?
So I have a small question.
Yes, go ahead.
Can we like take this process and just like summarize the steps that was acting here? Like we see there's, first of all, there's like the trigger comes from Google Sheet, right? When there is one value that is like in some way, then it triggers the call.
Yes, so that's actually we could do it in a few different ways. For instance, we could trigger the call if the Google Sheet is updated. Like if we check that box, that can trigger the n8n workflow. Or we can do it the opposite way around. We can have the call to be triggered on schedule. Or we could use another way, which is to run the workflow manually and to check who needs to be called based on the filtering feature contained in Google Sheet. So there are actually three ways that we could use to run that.
I see. So maybe like if we're thinking of delivering this as a project to a customer, then maybe to set like some kind of simple like if the time is like coming to be 15 minutes, then the time is scheduled, then start running the calls, maybe, something like that.
Yes, or you could do it differently. For a client, for instance, you could have the Google Sheet with a date, and then schedule workflow to run, like for instance, once every hour, and check the date and time and see when does the lead need to be called.
I see. So when it gets to the time, then it will call.
Yes.
And if there's like 10 different data rows with the same time, what will happen?
So you can, if this is 10, it's not an issue because you can run them one by one and just put a wait step. If there are more than 10, you need to use the bulk core, which is also available here.
Oh, it's a different kind of API call?
Yeah, it's a different API call. It's actually not very complicated. This is where is it?
So, and then the result will be that the agent will just call one by one, right?
Yes, they process it one by one, and then in order to get the transcript, it just pings the webhook once a call is completed. So this is not going to cause an issue.
Oh, great, thank you.
I just want to show you the bulk one.
Maybe batch. It's
Batch maybe. Yes, that's yeah, you got it.
cool.
Yeah, batches.
Amazing. So
Yeah, so basically,
a lot of data, and even if I have one record, this will work also, right? I think.
yeah, that can work also. There is just one thing that you will need to do inside n8n is to use the aggregate node, because I guess that this is bundling probably phone numbers as an array.
So you need to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what it does anyway. So here you will have the node in between, which is aggregate,
Cool.
and then use phone number. So that's also a specificity in n8n, is that when you are using nodes that are manipulating data, see, this is not an expression, this is fixed. And instead of being like that, this is just a fixed value.
And an aggregator is needed because you take an output that is like a lot of single ones, and you want to make it an as array, right?
Yes. So like if I had another one here, and if I put it again, so now I have 6 items. And here, if I test it, see here, now this became one item.
Yeah.
So everything is bundled into a single object.
And then the API call can iterate through this.
Yes.
Cool. Very cool, man. Thank you very much for the explanation.
You're welcome. Was that helpful?
Very, very, very.
Okay, so now we can process with the rest. I'll just delete that. Otherwise, I'm gonna get like 6 phone calls. And I will just remove everyone from the so that you get a bigger screen. Okay, so now we can continue. Here we have the HTTP request. So here you need the authorization, you need the value. So this is also a bit of a specificity. Sometimes you'll have to write bearer with the API key. This one, the blend.ai, doesn't require it, which is a good thing. So here we'll just drag and drop the phone number. There is actually something I forgot to show you. You see here, we select JSON and we use fields below, but you can also use a JSON, which is going to be less comfortable, but more powerful because you can embed different values and manipulate data, in my opinion, in a way that's a little bit easier. Here, that's the webhook. So the webhook is actually the webhook that receives the transcript. So that's really important. And we'll actually create a new workflow for that, which is going to be like really simple. And here, that's the task. So basically the prompt that I've shown you before. So that's basically all we need to get the system to give us a phone call. So we are going to create another workflow. Create. And here that's going to be webhook. That's actually a post request, if I can remember it properly. So we'll copy this URL. And here we are going to paste it in the webhook section. Now we are going to run the workflow. And my phone is going to ring. This is probably going to talk to me about buying solar panels, which I'm not going to do. But then I will just listen for test event. And once the call is completed, this is, oh, something happened. Yeah, that's because I forgot to put the plus. Yeah, so now my phone is going to ring. From a UK phone number.
With John?
Yes.
Hi, John. Thanks for taking the call. I'm calling today to see if you need more leads or better leads for your solar business.
No, I'm okay. Thank you. The road here. And so this is going to send me the transcript of that call to that URL here, to this webhook, and then I will be able to pass it back inside the Google Sheet. So really simple. We just have to wait. I'll take some questions while waiting. Yeah, I'm ready for questions, if you have any. Yeah, no one has questions? Yes, yes, it is that simple. JJ was asking if this is always that simple. No, it's not. It's there are workflows that can get really, really complex. But to get started, it's really all you need to know is just really manipulating data and then using API and then really just dragging and dropping. And then when you encounter issue, um, JavaScript is probably going to solve it for you, and you don't need to know how to code. You just need to ask ChatGPT to do it. So no questions, David. Well, see you perhaps next week. He has to pick up the son from the school. No, that's what David asked. If the checkbox get marked in the Google Sheet, and no, because we didn't update the core. So there are actually two ways we can do that. So the first way is to just update the Google Sheet from the node that's from this workflow, which is actually triggering the phone call, or we can wait to receive the data from bland.ai and mark it once the call has been completed. We could do it both ways. So if we were to do that in the first node, so this is Google Sheet again. Update row. So we are going to use the same one. Sheet 1. As we are updating, we need a column to match. We'll use the row number, and we are going to use this row number here. If we want to make sure that this is actually happening as such, we can use another column, and we could actually use two columns at the same time and use the phone number. So here in n8n, there is always something that you need to pay attention to, is that whenever you are not updating a column, or whenever there is something that you are not using, just delete it. Otherwise, this is going to mess it up. Cold, and here this is true. And here, if we test it, okay, that got updated. And if we check inside the checkbox, so if we check the checkbox here, this is checked. And now we are just going to get the transcript and put it inside this column here. So while I was taking questions, we received the data. So this is what it looks like. It might look a bit complicated, but this is actually really, really simple. So here we have the call length and the call ID, which could actually be updated inside the Google Sheet too. We have the client's phone number, which is mine in occurrence, the number that called this client. And this can be quite important because, as I've mentioned, they are using pools of numbers. So if a client doesn't answer, you can get them to call from another number. So you just need to do a bit of legwork in the workflow just to check that the number has already been used or not. And if it has already been used, you can call with another one. And if not, you can call with the same one. And here we have all sorts of variables. Here we know if the call has been answered. We know if the call has landed on a voice machine. And here we have the call summary and the actual transcript. So now we are going to update it inside Google Sheet. Again, we will this time we are going to map it using the phone number because we don't have the raw number because we haven't made a search. We are just getting data from the webhook. So at the moment, this workflow doesn't have data from Google Sheet. We could do it. We could put an additional step to check for the phone number and then get the raw number, then update on the raw number. But we can quite easily do it that way as well. And then here we just need to pull the transcript. So this is again just drag and drop. And there is actually something that's good. You can so cost call. And then here you can just re-invoice it to your clients if you want. I'll just refresh the column list. So now we have the cost. Column to match is required. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put the phone number. That should be done. Because it didn't take the. Actually, I might have to put the search step in between. Basically, that's the process. So it's really simple, and you can quite easily mark it up as well. So like you can have an Airtable database because it looks cleaner and more professional, in my opinion, than Google Sheet. And then you just need to pass the transcript and pass the cost score and just make a formula to mark it up by 30, 40, 50% if you want to. Just do that. So here I'm messing around a bit because what I should have done is in here in the here you see the answer from blend.ai is just the core number. So this is here if you check in execution. Here you see we have a call ID. So if I was to do it properly, I would use this call ID, update it inside Google Sheet, and then do a search and then match the call based on the call ID. Does that make sense? You're still around?
Yes, we are here, looking and learning.
Did you have any questions? Yes.
The only, yeah, sorry. The only thing that I'm thinking about is like how to hand it off to a client to make it like if I'm a client and I'm meeting you, then I will ask, okay, so how do I operate the system in a business scale?
Yes, that's a good question. So do you mean like if you are going to present that to a client, would you rather want demonstrate the way it works, or just the way that they would operate it by themselves?
Yes, like the most friendly way.
Or so the most friendly way is to bundle it with Go High Level.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you guys are familiar, well, some of you are, with Go High Level.
Not a lot of people use it in my country, but I heard it's a popular CRM, right?
Yeah, it's very good. And so basically the way to do it is to create an automation for them.
But they will have to use high level.
Yeah, preferably, but you can trigger it from any systems you want.
I can configure it to them and just give them access.
Yes.
Mhm.
Or if you want them to be honest, I wouldn't want the clients to operate on a Google Sheet. That doesn't look professional. So for me, my go-to platforms are Go High Level, and you just need to create a webhook like that to trigger, and then just put instead to have the let me just do that here. Instead to have the start workflow manually or schedule trigger, you actually have a webhook. And so this is a post request and without any authentication. And you just need to paste that in here. When you do that, you always need to make sure that you remove test, save action. And then when they are into Go High Level, all they need to do, just cancel that. They go to contact and they add the contact to the workflow.
They add a contact to the workflow and they can define
Yeah,
the.
let me just show you. You might see some of your names though, because this is obviously connected to my system. So here they just go to add to automation. And then here they go to OK to proceed. They go to the voice AI webhook or whichever name you called it, test or batch one, add to automation. And then it gets triggered. So it's really simple even for clients. And if you are into Airtable, I don't know if you will see my screen properly. This is pretty small. This is actually a sneak peek of the content automation machine. Wasn't planning on showing that, but I'll just show you the way it works also in here. So it's just like in Google Sheet, but then there are triggers like this, and they can either check the box, and the workflow triggers when they check the box, or they can just run the workflow like this manually, sorry, not manually, but on schedule, and then use the, so you as a backend, use the Airtable node, and then just search record, And here, use the formula to make sure that only the boxes that they checked, only the leads for which the boxes are checked are going into the actual workflow, and not the rest.
Yeah, that's nice.
And so, and you can keep that running day and night.
Very nice.
So, I hope that we've made progress today. Did you guys learn something? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And then we could do a lot more advanced stuff as well. Like for instance, so we could do a lot more stuff. For instance, here we are using a very simple core, but that we could enrich it like with solar data or with real estate data. There is a whole lot of stuff that we can do with that. And that's yeah. In my opinion, I'll be very, very honest. I don't think voice AI is quite there yet. Like the cores, they can have a little bit of lags, and it doesn't sound very personal. There is the OpenAI solution that's a lot better. It actually shows emotions, and well, emotions are, yeah, they are what they are, but it's less robotic than the rest of it. But
Yeah,
at the moment, it's quite complicated to set up.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
I mean,
no, that's okay. Yeah,
you-
if you guys
the real-time API, you mean?
yeah, they have the real-time API, but you need to set a server in between the real-time API and whoever phone number you are phone service provider you are using. So it will you overnight or something like that.
Oh, I see. So,
So
like some kind of
so
lambda function or something.
so it's not like a plug and play integration. You actually need to code and stuff. It's not that easy.
Some kind of a serverless function.
Yeah. I've been fiddling with it, and I think I'll get it to work with an n8n as well. But it's quite complex.
Yeah, and it's very expensive. It costs like 30 cents now. It's like not really possible to sell this to clients.
No, yeah, well, it depends what the clients are selling it for.
True, true.
Yeah,
If
you
it's not
can,
then it's worth it. Yes.
if it replaces salespeople, they might consider it again.
Yes, but you're right. We're like not really there yet. Also in the way that business see it. Like I offer this to some businesses, they still like having trouble to let go of really the people. But I think it's good, like if all those solutions that on transfer, the option to transfer to human. If someone gets frustrated, can transfer it to human, maybe to reduce the human cost.
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting point, because people are trying to hide the fact that this is a machine, and I think instead it should be used to people's advantage, to say, hey, I'm actually an AI, but
Yes.
I have information that humans don't have.
Yeah.
Like in the solar trade, for instance, the real-time solar API, gets the sun exposure, the angle of the roof, how many solar panels do they need, what's going to be their yearly production, how long are they going to be able to pay it back within, and all this kind of stuff that a human would have to actually conduct a proper study for. But then you use that and you say, well, if you I have information that you might find interesting. and I gave them to you. But I recommend that you speak to a real advisor. Can I book a call?
Yeah, yeah. And I think that like the way I see it is to really trying to fit to some kind of niche instead of just going general. Because when you talk to, like, I don't know, a farmer that suddenly he hears his customer, I don't know, his office secretary, just in a very good way, so he talks to him. But if he hears like something else, that it might not talk to him.
Yeah, no, that's. Anyway, we are at the beginning of something, but we have to be careful in the way that we position it.
That's true.
Yeah, it's definitely something that is going to be present in sales team. I mean, we're here in France, the regulation is really harsh, like for phone numbers and stuff, and we are already receiving AI phone calls.
Yes. By the way, have you tried using also retail
Retail?
AI? It's like also like Blend and like Vapi.
Oh no, I only use Vapi and Blend.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. I guess some other solutions are good also, but I stick to what I know for now.
I mean, you say that it's not quite there yet, and you say it for the English, right? And think about, I come from I speak Hebrew, and I try to develop this Hebrew, but the only voice that is in Hebrew sounds like from the 90s, like you're talking to a robot.
Yeah, and French, what do you think it sounds like?
Yeah, it sounds also horrible.
No, it's not there yet.
Yeah,
It
it
will.
sounds like the 90s machines answering machines.
But it's a matter of months, not even.
I hope. I actually think about, making my own. I mean, I see that in Vapi, you can choose all kinds of models. So I see you can use Play HD, right? And in Play HD, I think you can create your own voice. So maybe create a own voice.
In Vapi, you can use 11's Lab.
Yeah, but 11 Labs do not support my language. It doesn't support Hebrew.
Oh, they don't?
No, unfortunately, no.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, but Vapi does. But the point is that the voice that exists, it sounds really bad. But you know what? It's a good experiment, to try maybe to come up with my own voice.
Even if those solutions are not quite there yet, we have to be on top of it, because it's just a matter of a few months before it's actually good.
Yeah, it's right on the edge. True.
Yeah, so that's and this stuff will be in demand. That's for sure.
Definitely.
I've already sold it, and clients, they are quite big, very with a good reputation, and they are willing to risk it and try it, even though they know it's not perfect.
Well, they're smart business risk takers. By the way, how do you price do you price the minutes? You sell the minutes, or you put their credit cards in the?
I put their credit card in it.
I see.
Yeah, their account, their credit card, their expenses.
But you take monthly, right? Charge.
Yes, setup plus monthly plus a success fee.
You also take from successes of.
Yes, like on course booked.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's amazing.
But you have to do that.
Really? Yeah, I haven't thought about it.
The best business model is that it's a setup fee. You already have the system, so that doesn't take take much time. And then a monthly fee proportional to the amount of support they are going to need and all that, and the size of the operation too, and then a success fee. So your income is not capped.
And if they're asking for changes, you do it, or it's like.
So sorry.
If they ask for changes, like change this,
Yeah, that's actually part of the monthly, the ongoing monthly fee.
I see. I see.
Yeah. So what I sell them when they are on such plan is the progress. So I sell them on the maintenance of the system, but also the fact that this is going to stay up to date. That whenever there is a new like LLM system that comes out, it will be updated, and that they will always be on top of what's going on.
That is very cool. And they can I ask like how much do you charge monthly maintenance for this?
Around 1,600, between 1,600 to 2,000 euros.
Wow. Each month.
Yes.
Wow. That's very cool.
And then appointments, it's like between, and it depends the niches, but anywhere between 60 to 70 euros. And setup fees around about, it depends what they need, what the kind of integrations and stuff. But 2,000, between 2,000 to 2,500.
That's very cool. And you get the clients through outreach or like from
Yeah, that's what I do mainly, outreach and cold emailing automation. But now clients are also coming to me.
that's
So
amazing.
I don't know if you've seen in the posts in the group, but I tend to talk about content, and content makes a huge difference.
I actually told my girlfriend today that I'm gonna start doing content. I gotta start sharing and teaching people so the stuff that I
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about my own experience when I started with that. I figured out a way to get people to reply to emails, but it's not easy. It's really not easy.
yeah,
But when you create content along with emails, when you get in touch with people, they check your website, they check your YouTube channel, they check it's the zero moment of truth, and it makes it a lot easier for them to reply.
very cool. Very cool. Thank you. This gives me a lot of motivation to do this content.
Yeah, content. I mean, it's not that I enjoy it a lot going on on the camera on YouTube,
Yeah,
and it's difficult. It's not easy to prepare the videos, and sometimes I reshot them multiple times, and they are still not as good as I would like them to be, and
yeah,
it still makes a difference.
yeah. But you're doing an amazing job. I have to say, man. Really amazing job. And
Yeah,
we
it's a lot.
inspire ourselves.
Yeah, I'm trying to share, and as I've mentioned, it's not just sharing for sharing, it's also putting in business.
Good. That's a healthy mix of also to help and also to gain. I think that's the best way to do business.
Yeah, no, I believe this is the best way. Before communities, it was a little bit different, but now with communities and being able to, be part of a group and learn from each other, and it makes a big difference.
Yes.
Did you guys have any questions? Or perhaps everyone is muted?
I think we all can unmute, by the way, guys. If you want to, you can unmute.
There is a very big field. I didn't see all those messages. And yeah, that's a very big field. Where should we begin? That's actually a very good question. Will there be a recording? Yes, if it recorded. This call is being recorded, so hopefully there is no cock up. So we'll have the recording inside the recording section. And in terms of that's a very big field. Where should we begin? Well, that's actually an easy one. Just look at what the big dogs are doing, like Salesforce. They have the agents. They call it the agents force. So they are planning to have 1 billion of those things deployed by the end of 2025. And look, this is every one of these agents on their page is a service that you can offer. So this resolve customer inquiries 24/7, super easy. You just need to build a RAG agent with a knowledge base and put it on a website that can easily sell for 1.5 to 2,000 for setup fee, and then you can charge easily 500 a month for maintenance, and then you can charge obviously all the communication stuff. This one, sales development representative. This is actually what we do inside the other community, like the autonomous emailing machine. So you can sell that as standalone, or you can just use it to get your own clients. Sales coach. So again, that's a RAG agent. Personal shopper. So again, really, really simple. I just need to put product inside the a knowledge base, and then just get people to interact with the bot and be guided towards the most suitable product. That's a marketing advisor. And if you look at HubSpot, they actually bought the domain agent.ai. And here, if you look inside the agent marketplace, well, all of that can be a business. So you see, it's pretty crazy. Did I answer the question, or I went a bit too broad? Yes, I've done that. Actually, this is ecom is a bit of a. I wouldn't say that the added value is amazing. So I've done it for dick pills, believe it or not. But the added value is not enormous, because all these e-commerce stores, they have like emailing solutions and SMS solutions like Klaviyo and MailChimp and all that. So it's not like, it can work, but it's really hard to sell. Did I answer the question here? So if you're going to do like e-commerce abandoned carts, you need to go for a product that have very, very high margins. So like supplement, dick pills, anything that's a little bit dodgy or underground, but no retail, nothing that where they have really thin margins. They won't agree to pay for the service. They think they already have that covered. Anyone else with questions? No? Emerging markets I'm excited about. Oh, that's a good one. Anything that has to do with interacting with customers directly, whether it's for like filtering, qualifying, getting more of them. I think that's the biggest. That's where we will have the biggest impact. That's why Salesforce and HubSpot and everything that has to do with customer relationship are investing so heavily inside in AI and tech.
I have one question. Do you host on one server the n8n and give service to all your customers there, or you split?
No, everything is on my server. I use render.
One server to all.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
And I regularly have to upsize it, but I use render for everything.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's good. You can like update in one click.
Maybe it's good, the auto scaling group. In AWS, you have auto scaling groups. If you set, then it increases by capacity automatically. Maybe it could help.
Yeah, that's I'm not familiar with it. Well, I haven't tried it, but this is definitely something that sounds interesting.
It's
But
also very simple to set up.
it's not difficult.
No, it's the only thing that it's like I used to be in the IT business for 20 years. Then I met AWS, and I struggled because they have different names for everything. So
Yeah.
you just need to get the names, and it's everything is will make sense. But just to set up a server, a small server, and then put it in an auto scaling group, it's very, very simple. You can do ChatGPT, it will give you like very few lines of how to do it. It's very cool. And then you don't need
might give that a shot, especially that you've mentioned they have a very large free plan, free tier plan.
And don't tell anyone. The trick is to be 12 months and then maybe open a new account.
Yeah, but then after 12 months, you end up with a €1,000 a month of server fees.
No, but you open a new account, you get free tiers to that email.
Yeah. And then you have to move then you have to move all the workflows and all that.
Yeah, but trust me, if you get to a situation where you have 12 months of business and you don't mind paying the $20 of hosting,
20? No, I was talking about 1,000.
No, it will not get. If it's auto scaling group, that's the whole purpose, is to provide you optimization to your cost. So if you see that, for example, in the minimum, you only need like 3 servers up and running. This is like the minimum, but on Friday you need the 6. So you can do like minimum of reserve 2 and then pay less for this 2 for a year. Like you buy 2 for a year with discount, and then for the other flexibility, it's like on demand, but it's only on demand with the auto scaling group. So when there is capacity needed, they just automatically create new servers. And when the capacity lowers, they just terminate these servers back to your default 2. So that's how it's like a strategy,
Yeah. All right. When I get to that, I'll dive deeper.
And you can always contact me, and if you want, for love,
Thank you.
Find other things.
So JJ says, so where do I learn how to build the agent themselves? I tried looking on the group and got lost. JJ, did you look inside the free group or the other one? There is this one here, and the agents actually you get like this one. Don't open. Yeah. So this is one agent, for instance. That's in the free group. And then in the pay group, I don't know if you guys have seen it. You go to Classroom and then AK Xtreme, and then here you have agents. And here you actually have templates that you can deploy pretty quickly too, like template Vault. And then you just click on that, and to deploy an agent, all you need to do is to head over to n8n and then import from file. Yeah, the free one. So yeah, this is where the thing is. So Classroom agents or Classroom automated client acquisition, and somewhere down here. So this is actually the agent that produces the cold email. Have I done work in insurance claim and claim torts? Life insurance, yes, for a very, very big company. So one of the, well, at least a European leader. It's not claim, it's selling actually insurance contracts though. So basically, the bot advises people when they. So we run ads on Facebook, and after the lead completed the lead form, they get a message saying, "I have noticed that you're looking to reduce your insurance premium. Can I know more about your situation so that I can guide you towards the best product?" And that engages the conversation. They reduce their cost per lead by like 27% with this thing. Just because they are able to also adjust the message. Like the ad is not directly geared towards selling, it's geared towards giving more information. So they can use curiosity hooks and stuff. Did I answer it correctly? Or you were expecting another answer, Sean? Do we have another question or two? Thank you very much, Sean. Guys, we'll have so I'm gonna end this call. We'll have another call. Well, the same one actually next week. We'll be building something else. I don't know what yet. If you want, you can reach out to me via DMs. Otherwise, we have a support call tomorrow. That's for the other community, the paid one. And we have business call on Thursday, so discussing pricing strategies and stuff. Might run more calls. I don't know yet. Well, we'll see based on the attendance.
Thank you very much. It was really a pleasure.
And you're very welcome.
Looking forward next week. Have
Yes.
a nice evening.
Yes. Have a good evening.
See you later, man. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And I'll put the recording if nothing goes wrong with that.
Amazing. Thank you. Bye-bye, man.
Thanks. Bye-bye.